Okay, so what is nesting? Nesting is where information is organized in layers or where objects contain other similar objects. So how are we using nesting within Forex? This is the Swiss yen, and on the weekly video that support and resistance that I just did on Sunday, this was a new resistance zone on the weekly chart for the Swiss yen. And you can see that we've pushed up into the weekly resistance area. So nesting is all going down from the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour, which you can see I've got 3 alarms set on here. The first one's been triggered, which is the bottom line of the weekly portion of the resistance area. And now we're coming up into the daily. So we're just going to drop from the weekly down to the daily. And within the weekly resistance zone, we're going to be looking for that pattern on the daily chart for a resistance zone. And you can see right here, we've got a green, a blue, and a red. So I've just marked this up and put an alert on the 1 hour to be triggered when it gets hit as we come up. And then all I did was get another zone lower down on the 4 hour, which you can see is just looking for the same similar pattern, which is a green, 2 blue, and a big drop here for the red. So now that we've gotten into this area here for the weekly resistance, we'll pull up the MT4 chart, and you can see that I've got the trend report EA already attached here, and I'm going to be a little bit picky as we get into the bottom zone into the weekly resistance area. So I do have the higher highs, higher lows, and lower highs filter turned on. And as we come up into here, this is going to be the 4 hour zone here. I'll turn it off and I'll be less picky for getting in. So we'll see here. I'd like to see this rally up over the next few hours and then get a potential high for the day before the Euro session. And see if we can get a drop coming down from these areas. So that's how I've used nesting in Forex, and that's how I'm playing the Swiss yen. Obviously, we don't know what the price is going to do. It could continue to the upside and keep going. And if it does close and get up into this area, when I check things tomorrow, then I'll just turn the EA off and be done with it. But for now, I'm going to be picky, and I've got the filter on there for the higher highs, higher lows, and lower highs. Turned on. I'll check it here in a few hours, probably 4 hours, and potentially see where we're at. And if we are higher up on in the zones here, then I will turn this filter off and I'll be less picky. But that's how I'm going to be playing the Swiss yen. And again, all we're doing is nesting, going from the weekly, getting our zone. And when we enter that, we're looking down further into the daily and then the 4 hour, and just getting a little bit picky as we get into these zones. So it's just a 4 hour zone inside of a daily zone inside of a weekly zone, and that's how I'm using nesting within Forex. Okay, I hope you guys liked the video. Talk to you guys later.